Flavors and Knowledge is a bilingual podcast focusing on gastronomic education in relation to a healthy lifestyle through food first. Our philosophy carries a moral obligation of sharing sensible knowledge to generate social awareness. Podcasts are in English with an accent and Italian.
Sun, sea, and citrus mingle to create Italy's lemon liqueur. And here I have the recipe for anyone who would like to make it their own. Hello friends, welcome back to Flavors and Knowledge. This is Chef Walter here in Providence, Rhode Island. The topic today is about limoncino. They have been making limoncino on the Amalfi Coast for as long as anyone can remember. It's only natural that when you mix Amalfitan style with sea, sun, and citrus, you'll end up with a velvety lemon liqueur, somewhat sweet and perfectly tart. It is best served icy cold with or without ice. You can offer it to your guests as an aperitif or an after-dinner drink. You can mix it with salsa or serve it straight up. And you can pour over gelato, ice cream, and fruit dessert. Our favorite time to drink it can be in a summer afternoon, lounging on the seaside armed with sunglasses, tanning oil, and our favorite novel. But I can assure you, even in colder weather, it's wonderful. Until recently, limoncino was only found along the coast between Naples and Sorrento and in certain areas of Sicily. But since it became the rage across Italy a few years ago, with the jet-setters asking for it, even the most exclusive night spots in Milano and Rome, it can now be found almost everywhere. Although there are many large producers of limoncino, always try to look for the smaller ones, who tend to give this simple and potent elixir a more distinctive taste, very much familiar. North Americans have developed a notable thirst for limoncino lately, and this cooling bracing liqueur can now be sipped in many upscale restaurants all across the land, from New York to Miami and from Houston to Seattle. And while it's certainly a pleasure to sample a limoncino after a grand meal at your favorite place, it's also an experience to brew and blend your own for home consumption. After all, that's how limoncino was born. In a sunny part of Italy where lemons grow in abundance, home cooks set about to preserve and conserve their excess citrus. And this year, why not make your own limoncino? Look for organic lemons and buy some pretty bottles to store with finished liqueur. Try your limoncino poured over vanilla ice cream with a twist of lemon zest, and bottle some for your friends as an original gift idea for the next holiday season. And here I have the recipe. This is going to make about 4 cups. All you're going to need is about 3 cups of granulated sugar, the zest of 3 lemons that you have washed thoroughly, 2 cups of 95% alcohol, that is about 190 proofs. Boil the sugar and the lemon zest with 2 cups of water for exactly 30 seconds in a large saucepan. Let the syrup cool and then add the alcohol, cover, and set aside for 1 week. Filter through a cheesecloth, bottle it, and set aside for at least 1 month before consumption. It is that simple. And since I have you already here and we're talking about lemons, I'd like to share also a recipe for a lemon marmalade, which was given to me by a chef named Roberto, a Florence-born, which has been operating here in the United States for several years. For the lemon marmalade, you're going to be needing, again, 18 organic lemons and some granulated sugar. The key in making a good marmalade, which can apply to any particular fruit you desire, is in the weight amount. And so we're going to begin by piercing the lemon with a fork and place them in a deep bowl. You're going to add enough water to cover and set aside to soak at room temperature for 3 days, but you need to change the water at least twice a day. Drain, and then you cut the lemons into very thin slices. You of course discard the seeds, and you're going to weight the lemon amount and position them in a heavy saucepan. At this point, you're going to weight half as much water as the weight of the lemon, and you will add the water to the lemon in the pot. And you're going to cook the lemon in the water for about 10 minutes. The next step is to weight as much sugar as the weight of the lemons, and you will add to the lemons in the pot and cook over low heat, stirring often until the marmalade reaches a thicker consistency, which will take about 30 minutes. And so, as I said, you need to weight the lemon originally, the water, and of course, the sugar. In the meantime, you can sterilize 4 1-quart preserving jars in a pot of boiling water for about 10 minutes to make sure that you remove all the possible bacteria. Spoon the hot marmalade into the jars, seal, and return to the pot of boiling water and sterilize for about 5 more minutes. Cool on a rack and close tightly. The marmalade will keep in the refrigerator for up to 2 months. You can serve it on toasted bread or use it as a stuffing for sponge cakes or pastry or whatever application you may desire. And of course, it is also good to mix with some savory dishes, perhaps chicken and even seafood. This makes about 3 quarts of a lemon marmalade. And that is all for this particular podcast about lemons. We began with the limoncino recipe and we follow with the lemon marmalade. Please follow Flavors and Knowledge at your preferred platform, and if you have a chance, jump into YouTube on the Chef Walter's Cooking School page, and you will have a complete amount of a video cast, all food related, of course, health and wellness, history and food, and much more. In addition to that, we can follow us on our newsletter if you join Substack, and where we offer a complete blog, which is offered about daily, and with interesting articles written by us here. I don't have very much to add other than if you're in a kitchen today or tonight making either limoncino or lemon marmalade, let me know of the result. I'll have information on the show notes with emails and other important features. Stay well, be safe, wear a mask, and we'll reconnect on the next round. Ciao, ciao.
Flavors and Knowledge is brought to you by Chef Walter's Cooking School in Cranston, Rhode Island. For classes, workshops, events, and programs, please visit our website at chefwalterscookingschool.com. For all other services offered by Chef Walter's Food Group, check out our main website, chefwalter.com.
Hello, friends. Please consider supporting my Flavors and Knowledge podcast. Donated proceeds are applied to absorb the cost of cooking classes and health education for children. Help a child affected with diabetes with a donation toward the proper management of the condition through Food First. This message is brought to you by Chef Walter's Children Diabetes Foundation.